What is up, YouTube? That's here. Today I'm showing you guys a rental code. I found this team on Twitter. This is made by a member of our community, Alex. Super good player. He actually is one of the, I'm not going to say founding members of our community, but back in like 2017, he was like a founding member of our Discord, our Patreon, stuff like that. And he's since gone on to become a super good player in his own right. I would say probably even better than me. And he made this rental code that I randomly found on Twitter, and it used Alolan Exeggutor, and I love Alolan Exeggutor. Harvest is super cool. Dragon, grass typing, super cool. You know, Mega Sceptile, one of my favorite mons, shares the same typing. I really like also, this team uses like Sleep Powder, Trick Room, Grass Knot, and the Brutal Swing to policy proc a Calyrex. I love this team. It's so much in my own playstyle. You cut Protect on a lot of your mons like the Ogre, the Cali, the Exeggutor, and you abuse the fact that you have amazing coverage on these Pokemon. So I want to ask you guys the question today. Do you guys want to see me feature more rental codes from the community that I see on various social medias and just the general VGC community? Let me know in the comments below. I know like Zing and James Beck, as well as like Jeans, do a lot of that. They feature rental codes that other players use, and I don't mind taking 2 to 3 days a week to just find a cool rental code to share it with you guys. So you guys always have rental codes that are free for people that don't want to subscribe to my Patreon to use. Because again, all my rental codes are on my Patreon. There's a link to that in the description. And I know a lot of people, the $2 a month, that's too much. And I'm not going to say that's, you know, unreasonable, but for some people, they don't want to do it. That's completely fine. And so I want to still find a way to make rental codes available for people that want to get to Master Ball. And so I feel like this team is amazing. I think this team's like super cool. Great defensive typing here. Still like using Entity. Zapdos is really nice. Zapdos and Insane give the team a little bit more of a faster option. So you don't always have to go hard Trick Room turn 1. You can go like Zap Kyogre. You can go Insane Kyogre. You can go Insane Trick Room Setter. You can go Entity Trick Room Setter. Bunch of cool stuff on this team. So wish me luck. We're going to hop into the games and hopefully we get some big wins with Alolan Exeggutor. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, Zacian Ogre. What a better way to test than going up against the best, most standard team in the format. How does that team break Eggy with Entity? Like, if I were to go Eggy Entity, it goes up, I bring out Kyogre and or Cali and win the game? Seems like a play. You can set a screen, I guess. That's fine. Big Eggy energy. You don't have any terrain control, bro. And like this really dissuades you from going Grim as like a Thunder Wave mon. Like you can still bring Grim to use like Spirit Break and like Foul Play and Sucker Punch. Maybe even, no, not really even Fake Out or Sucker Punch, but you can still bring Grim to use attacks and screens, but you can't use Thunder Wave or like Fake Tears or any of the cool things that you really want to use with a Grimmsnarl, like a Scary Face or something. So we should be okay here. You know, this is my first game playing the team. And normally when I use other players' rental codes, I'm not really a big fan of how other players like to build their teams, because I like to build my teams in a very specific way to where I make a lot of my Pokemon bluff a little bit more than they really should be bluffing. You know, I like to make my opponents respect like physical mons when I'm really special and vice versa, or I like to make them bluff that I'm full speed when and really I'm super bulky, and that's how my teams kind of get their wins. They're a little bit cheesy in that regard. So playing this team that's a little bit more standard, it's going to be a little bit harder, but this is a great lead for us. Now, the way to beat this lead as our opponent is actually just to not KO anything and make us waste our own Trick Room turns trying to switch in our mons. So there's two ways we play this. We either go Redirect Trick Room, which we don't really need to do, or we go Hard Switch in Ogre Trick Room, which is probably a little bit better. We could even go like Hard Switch in Ogre, Sleep Powder the Grim, which is, I think, what I am going to do. We're not even going to need to go for the Trick Room yet. And then the turn after that, that's when we set the Trick Room on the Insane Switch out, and then we'll go for the, you know, whatever plays we really want to do. But we don't really need to just fodder our Entity right now, and I don't think there's any reason to just keep it on the board at all. Because we're not really afraid of an Incinerate. Even if they want to go, like, Spirit Break into Exeggutor, it's not like they're going to kill it or anything, so we should be fine. So the way you beat this, though, is, like, just waiting out my Trick Room. You can Snarl me if you want. I don't really think that's terrible. Spirit Break's completely fine. Like we realistically do not care about this. Like we're not Policy. I wish we were Policy. Right? We're Citrus. I think. Right? Citrus Harvest, which is okay. So let's go. Berries up. Big berry energy. You're gonna taunt me, bro? You're not fake outing. Snarl. That's fine. I do not care that Ogre switching on a Snarl. Like it really doesn't matter. Especially if we can Sleep Powder their Grim. Especially if we can Sleep Powder their Grim. And we're gonna want to stay until we get our Harvest back. Awesome. probably going to be some sort of Safety Goggles Instant. That's what I would think. But we're in a good spot here. We're just going to click the Spout. We're going to click the Spout, click the Sleep Powder, or sorry, click the Trick Room here because we know the Instant switching out. And even at -1, this will still probably KO an Instant unless they're vested. So this stopped them from getting up their screen. And so you see how this adds an extra turn to our Trick Room as well as applying a ton of pressure. It's way better than just going a redirection Trick Room. Like, why would I even go for it? It's such a good play. Nice Kyogre switch in. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to be able to Grass Knot that if I want to. And or go for a Sleep Powder in that slot, which is absolutely amazing. They're also switching on a -1 Rain Boosted Spout. Whew, that's a lot, actually. That's a lot of damage. Like, I don't really care what they're doing here. Crit there. Okay, that's why they did so much. Holy moly, that's a lot. So Trick Room's up. We're just going to Sleep Powder their Kyogre, I think. And we got our berry back. Yo, I want my berry back, berry back, berry back. Exeggutors using Harvest. I don't think anyone knows that reference anymore, but that's fine. Barbecue sauce. Let's go. Sleep Powder the Ogre. I wanted to Sleep Powder that same slot, but that's fine. I'm fine just Spout again. We'll kill the Grim once they get a 1-turn sleep, which would be a never lucky situation for us. And let's go. So they're maxing. They're gonna max. Yo, good luck. If I miss my Sleep Powder, we're sad. But if I hit the Sleep Powder, you're real sad. And you're risking everything here. Unless you're some sort of like Safety Goggles Kyogre. They're probably going for a max Lightning here. But what they don't know is that we underspeed them with the Eggy. So if we hit this first Sleep Powder, we win. The game's over if we hit this. Woke up, never lucky. Are we gonna go never lucky into never lucky? That's also a bad turn for us because like now they don't die to the Water Spout. So never lucky into sometimes lucky. I'll take that. I'll take the Grim waking up. It would have been cool if we just got the win there because we would have killed the Grim and slept the Ogre without a light screen. But this is fine. We crit the Grim? Okay, this is also okay. We underspeed Grim, so we're fine. We don't want a Brutal Swing. I guess we'll just Grass on it. Look how like Eggy's like straight vibing in that corner. You see? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's just straight vibing right now. Yeah, we can just Grass Knot it up. Grass Knot that slot and just, I think you still Spout, just because you want to catch the Instant on the switch. I know it seems weird, but you really want to catch the Instant on that switch. It's really important. Yep, Grass Knot will go up. And we want to be able to underspeed the Grim so they can't, Spirit Break or Kyogre or something. Remember, they're wasting their max strength by being asleep here. It'd be nice for them to be asleep for more than 1 turn. In literally any situation, that's great. So this has wasted 2 of their max turns. If we can waste 1 more max turn, that will be a win. We get our Citrus Berry back. So now we're super good here. Oh my goodness. Eggy big busted. My boy. Zacian coming in hot. It's Sleep Powder time. Trick Room turns. And remember, if we would have set that Trick Room turn 1, we'd basically already be out of Trick Room turns, right? That would be not great. So let's see what we want to do here. This is the 2 turns left on Trick Room. So we're going to go for the Sleep Powder play. They're probably going to go for the Ice Beam. Sleep Powder there. Don't want to do the Thunder there, Ogre. What do I have in the back? We have Cali Entity. So we can always just send it out and go redirection Trick Room and win the game, basically. But that means that, like, our Ogre's at -1, right? Is it better just to max this thing? I don't want to max and go for, like, a terrain boost. Because, like, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We don't need to max yet. I really don't think that maxing is the right play yet. You can protect Zacian. You're trying to wake up Ogre and Ice Beam us. And I think that's fine. I think that's still okay. We don't need to just go in there Ogre. Our Eggy's at -2, so like Grass Knot's not going to do anything there. I'd love for their Kyogre to still be asleep. I'd love that for us. That's still good damage too. I'll take that. -1 good damage. Oh, woke up never lucky. Okay. Max Lightning. Yo, so they hate us right now. Okay. Alright, so I see what they're working with here. Okay, we have good Mons in the back. They have a Zacian. This is the last turn TR. The rain is now over. We could switch in Entity and go for a Sleep Powder into the Zacian. That's probably our best play. That's a sick play, by the way. And then we also have the ability to redirect Trick Room again. So Sleep Powder there. We gotta hit another one, though. And Terrain reapplied. Also covers up super well for that Instant switching back in to go for like fake outs and stuff late game. And remember, we still haven't maxed, which is so nice for us. As long as we deal with this Zacian, I think we'll be in a great spot. Survey says, can we hit another Sleep Powder? We got a 2-turn sleep, we got a 1-turn sleep, but we did hit both of them. Can we hit a 3rd one? Survey says. Yo! Big Eggy energy. Feels sad, man. I feel sad too. Thunder in the not rain. Oh my gosh, they wanted it. It's not gonna do that much. Yeah, that's fine. Should we sleep powder that slot and just hard switch out? I think that's probably okay. We're at -2 on the Eggy, otherwise I do something different. Ooh. Do we do that? We do it. I'm doing it. Switch out. Read the switch of whatever they're gonna do, and then proc my policy on the switch in. Oh my gosh, that seems so good, right? And the next turn, just go protect TR. This is probably super greedy. I probably should just want redirection TR. Probably should just want redirection TR. This is probably gonna be throwing me the game here. Literally throwing right now. I don't see it though. Zacian's asleep. Yep. So Zacian's gonna wake up next turn. Ice Beam. Taking out the Eggy, right? It's fine. It's 4 times a week. Okay, let's think about what we need to do to win this game. You have an Ensign in the back. I think it's probably the right play to just go redirection Trick Room. And then just save our Ogre to back, max in the back. I tried to make a greedy play. Let's be real. I tried to be greedy. It did not work. The greed was unsuccessful. Oh, I forgot we have C-Bomb on this guy. We don't protect. That's good to know. So we got to go big into that Zacian slide. They're just going to... Yeah, cool. I'm happy they're not wasting their sleep turns here. They can go for a fake out, but we still have train up for next turn. So, like, the turn after this, we're probably just going to max Quake the Kyogre. And go for, like, a Helping Hand max Quake into Kyogre. We'll get the KO on it. Even if they switch into Zacian, it doesn't really matter. And we'll be good to go. I wanted my policy proc, though, man. Origin Pulse. Yo, the big miss. That's fine. Even if you get the KO here, it doesn't really... Actually, if you get the KO here, that might help me. Please KO me. Never lucky. Okay, so we need to go hard in getting that Kyogre off the board, right? Or do we just want to get the Ensign? Well, +1. Let me just check my stats. I don't know this Calyrex's exact spreads. If it's like a full bulk set, we're going to need something different. Now it's full attack. We should be able to take out the Ensign with the Max Quake. So we'll go high horsepower, Max Quake in the Ensign slot. They can't even Shuka or anything like that, so this is fine. So they're going to be going down, I think. We should underspeed. Yeah, and since the bigger problem here, I would say, like Kyogre, we can just soak a Thunder from their Kyogre and win with our Kyogre. Against our Zacian, we can Origin Pulse if we have to. Like, Veste Kyogre is pretty bulky in the back here. So big Calyrex energy. Get revenge for Exeggutor. And Sin's not going to protect, right? That's not a thing. So remember, even if there's a Psychic Terrain, that only stops it from your opponents using moves like that. You can still go for moves. We don't want to get like Party Shotted either. Like, that's the thing. We want to be able to just get that damage up. So it's super, super important we get the Ensign right off the board. No Party Shot, Intimidate, Fake Out Spam after our Psychic Terrain's gone, and we're going to be in a really good spot. So Zacian can come back here. Next turn, we'll take out that Ogre with the, and then we'll like follow me, take out the Ogre, and then we send out our Ogre Calyrex and basically just win the game in Trick Room. Yeah, Origin Pulse. Okay, they're going to take out the Entity this turn. Okay, so that means we're completely fine. I think we can just Thunder their Ogre and Quake up their Zacian. Let's go, Kyogre energy. And it all comes down to the Restricteds in the back. Who would have thought? It's a sleep Zacian too. Oh my gosh, this Eggy popped off so freaking hard this game. Big sleep powder energy. You'll love to see that. Cool. So we can take out the Zacian. I think there's 3 turns left on TR, so we're fine. Let's check it. 3. Yeah, we're good to go. So big Thunder. Thunder might KO their Ogre since we don't have those special defense drops anymore. And Quake will most definitely KO their Zacian at +1 that we got from KO their Incineroar. So we do be having this one. Zacian tried to protect. Did not work. Big Quakes. You do be loving to see that here. Boom! Zacian down for the count. That's what I'm talking about. And some more Spadef boosts. We take those. And let's see if we can KO their Kyogre with a Thunder here. Survey says, hopefully, definitely maybe. We also did get a Spadef boost just in case, like for some reason, we lose a speed tie or something. No, we don't. We do be slow. So we take those big Thunders. That is a vested Ogre. That's fine. We're gonna get to use a Seed Bomb. Are you excited to use C-Bomb? I'm excited to use C-Bomb. Let's be realistic. I am excited to use C. Is that a crit? That went through all... Yeah, we have like +1 special. We had an Assault Vest and a +1 special defense. They're like, I might win. Yeah, they had a light screen. But I still think they're vested. Otherwise, that would have done like a lot more. It's okay. I wanted to use max overgrowth anyways. So let's go. Absolutely massive overgrowth of the maxes. Battles canceled. They know. They know. But you know what? They could have stayed an extra turn and scouted that max overgrowth. What if I queue right back up into them? They're not going to know I have max overgrowth. And it's more than just knowing that I have max overgrowth. What if, like, you know, them knowing that I don't have protect? That's a pretty big tell. And you know what? They don't know that because they scooped a turn early. So always play out your games. Always force your opponent to use as many protects as possible to elongate the game just a little bit so you can scout as much information as possible. We're going to go to another one and see if we can make some more eggy action work. Here we go. Zacian, Lapras, Amoonguss. Amoonguss is a little bit of a problem. Yveltal, Lecky, and Sin. So if I were them, I'd be bringing the Sin. I'd probably even be bringing the Amoonguss with like both my restricteds. I wouldn't. Lapras is okay. Lapras is actually more than okay. Lapras is alright. I'm going to go actually really aggressive with this. I'm going to go like big Zap, I think. I think I'm going to go like Zap and Sin to really pressure those Amoonguss off the board. And then Trick Room with one of these two in the back. I think we're bringing Cali. I think you still have to bring Kyogre, but like Kyogre is so bad versus like a lot of those. I'm gonna bring the Eggy instead. I just don't really like the Kyogre here. I'm just not a fan of Vested Ogre. I think it's an okay mon, and it's so weird to like look at your Kyogre and be like, nah, I don't need it. But like, it's okay versus Yveltal. It's a loss versus Amoonguss. It's a loss versus Lapras. It's good versus Sin. It's okay versus Zacian. But I really just think that like good players don't let themselves get KO'd by like okay matchups. If anything, I'd be able to steamroll with Cali just as well as I'd be able to steamroll with something like Kyogre. So we'll see what happens here. And I also want to be able to policy proc my Cali if possible. So Zacian and Lecky. So we're opting to go with potential for like Volt Switch into Amoonguss. So we actually want to be able to punish that slot. So what we want to do is fake out the Zacian and Airstream the Lecky slot. Because we'll be able to catch the Amoonguss on the switch in. Actually, would they switch in Amoonguss here? Maybe not. We could even go for like a big play into the Zacian and then just hit the Lecky. I actually don't dislike that. This will let us outspeed Zacian, so I'm going to go for that. And I'll just... Oh, they're going to max that Lecky, aren't they? Are you maxing a Lecky? You have to max something in this team. So that means that it's actually better to go for a max Lightning. No. A max Airstream into the Lecky. And a Flare Blitz into that same Lecky slot, because that would also... They're going to protect those Zacian, I think, to be able to play around the Incin. They're going to try and get my Incin off the board. It's not going to work. They're maxing their Lecky. Yes! Alright, so Lecky's gone. Lecky's donezoed, wasted on a Route 1. That Lecky's gone. Barring something weird. I guess they could, like, max Darkness my Zap to get a... No, that won't work either. The Lecky's gone. Should be gone. I wouldn't be surprised if they protected Zacian here. I'm surprised they led with it in the first place. Big max Zap. Like, you can't break my Zap here. And all we gotta do is not lose your max mons, and I think we can come in with a board that gets Trick 'em Up relatively safe. Because even if, you know, you get all your stuff, my Zap's gonna outspeed your Zacian next turn, and I can just go big with a max floor into that slot. Like, Zap's a big bully. Unless they're airstreaming me with a Lecky. Like, physical Lecky, there's a protect. You have to, that's the thing with Zacian. You have to protect if you lead with it versus fake out mons. They were not expecting the Incin here. So max strike. Okay, so they're gonna have speed control. But they are going to lose their Maxmon this turn. That's so important. I think they lose their Maxmon. I'm really thinking that they lose it this turn. We'll see. It's Orb too. Okay, that's good. So there's an Airstream that's going to counteract a lot of that. Maybe Incin takes it out. It depends on how they're built. It really does depend on how they're built. And I don't actually know how this Incin's built either. I guess that's another bad part about this team. I really don't know how this Incin's built. I didn't look up that much about this Poke Paste. That's not great. That's a lot of recoil. We just double into the Zacian, though, and we're fine. We can go for a max flare into the Lecky, finish that guy off, set the Sun for the Zacian to finish off there. Awesome. Probably should still be Airstreaming. I think they might think about nuking the Incin, but they're neutral Incin, right? Or let's see what they go for. Let's just see what... Oh, they're going to get the Zap off the board. Oh my god! Look at that damage. Is that a crit? Wow. That's just a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. That's emotional damage into my Zapdos. Okay. I mean, if I get their Zacian off the board, I'm still okay, though. Versus... Because they're going to take recoil. Or the Life Orb damage, sorry. Exeggutor shouldn't kill me. I'm at neutral. Yep. Awesome. So, please go away. You're full. I don't know how this Incint's built. I haven't checked anything about the Incint set. I'm not like a big Incint guy. Honestly, that's not a good Incint set. It didn't take enough damage, and it's not what we in the biz like to call optimal. Now let's see what we want to do. You can Airstream the shit out of this. You can Behemoth Blade the shit out of this. We need to get ourselves in a situation where we get Trick 'em Up. This can't protect. This can't protect. So it's a loss. We lost the game. It's better to go Eggy, I guess, and force them to miss a play off or something. It is what it is. We're going to try and get the Trick 'em Up. If for some reason we get this Trick 'em Up, we will win the game. Straight up. I'm not even kidding. The game will be won if we get this up. It's better to parting as well than, like... Actually, no. Fireballs will just get us a KO on something. So, yeah. It's better just to go for the, like, instant KO, and then, like... We can go for, like, turn 2. If for some reason it goes up... Oh, my gosh. Just switching. So we're going to lose our instant this turn. Just a recoil. This is fine. Like, I'm just completely okay with this. Oh, my gosh. Max Strike, you shouldn't be able to KO our Eggy. Don't KO me, bro. Oh my gosh, we're going to win. We're actually going to win this game. Can you believe this? Oh my gosh. We taking those. Yeah, so Lucky's going to be at 1, which means a Brutal Swing will KO it, right? And then we're going to come in with our Cali, and we're going to one-shot that Lapras with the biggest +2 Seed Bomb after this Flare Blitz that's going to get a KO into, like, free switching, which means when they max that Lapras, it's not maxing off. Actually, it can't max. And they're... So which means, like, Aishar won't do anything to, like, Eggy. Oh my gosh, this is, like, the best game of all time. This is, like, the best situation the world has literally ever seen. Holy moly. I can't believe we're going to come back. I can literally not believe this rental team is busted. Why didn't you just hit the Eggy slot? Like, what was up with that, bro? What? Yeah, so Brutal Swing will proc my policy, KO the Alecki. We won't die to the Ice Shard. We underspeed everything with the Eggy, too. And then we'll just go for the C-Bomb. And we get a double KO here, and then it's just like Zacian in the last bomb with like a ton of Trick Room turns left. And I can start going for like Grass Knots. So Brutal Swings up. They probably just don't expect the big boy C-Bomb, but you should! You should expect the big boy C-Bomb. Survey says, what you got, Chief? Protects? Ain't never even heard of it. I don't even care what you want to do with that thing. That's burned, right? Double Protect? Go nuts. I'm getting my pluses here. Actually, if anything, you're helping me get my pluses. You're actually giving me more pluses on my Calyrex by doing this. Because now I don't have to C-Bomb. I can just click Glacial Lance. So, Brutal Swing. Policy's going up. You're taking more burn damage. You're wasting Trick Room turns, but I can always read you going for a Protect with your Zacian and then Trick Room my TR and Trick Room. I can go for a double Trick Room and be fine. I think we got this one in the bag. And you're also waiting out your Electric Train turns, which you kind of need. You can't even Citrus Berry because I have a Calyrex on the board. And I got my Harvest back. Like, bro, that was not it, Chief. Alright, so we just want to go for the Grass Nut. And the Lance of a Lifetime. Easy. Easy. Cool beans. Like, you want to switch, bro? You want to switch, bro? See what happens? Holy moly. That Lucky's like Life Orb too. That's a big useless. Withdraw Lapis this game. You can't just take this damage on. Oh my gosh, that was your one shot at winning was in Amoonguss too. Yeet. Yeet, delete, repeat. Yeah, this guy's over. Critical hit on the Grass Knot. You'll love to see that. Glacial Lance coming in absolutely massive. This is +2 about to be +4. I'm about to be +6 in a couple turns. This guy's like not like this thing so hard right now. It's ridiculous, yo. It's ridiculous. Chilling Nay all the way. Sharp boost. They call me sharply boosted because I'm freaking dangerous right now. +4 attack. There's still 2 turns left on TR. You have to go for a double Trick Room, I think. Or sorry, double Protect, sorry, and wait out my 2 Trick Room turns. I could read that. I don't think I have to. I really don't think I have to. I even almost want to say Eggy can 1v1 your Zacian at this point. Almost. I say almost. It's the last turn of terrain too. I just want to check turns, right? So last turn terrain, so it means that next turn we can go for a Sleep Powder, which means you have to hit the double and we'll be fine. So 2 turns left on Trick Room. We're fine. So big Grass Knot into the lap. Big Lance. This Lance is not PP max. It definitely should be. So Zacian's going to protect. That's fine. Big Grass Knot. Oh man, Lapras. Yeet. Oh, Eggy! My boy! My son is so strong here. So this is where I'm looking at this. If I had Protect on either of these mons, I'd double Protect here, actually. No, I wouldn't. I'm still going to attack. But I think I'm going to go Sleep Powder and Lance. And if you hit the double Protect, you hit the double Protect. Right? And then next turn you have to hit my Cali. I can go for Trick Room with both and do a Sleep Powder, and I should be fine here. So you have to hit like a double Protect and dodge a Sleep Powder to even think about winning this game. That means it's actually better to Trick Room here. Yeah, it's better to Trick... No, Trick Room. No, that's the wrong play. Sleep Powder. I could go for the double. I could Trick Room my Trick Room on this last turn. That's assuming they have the double. They don't even go for the double. You know what? We'll take those. We'll take them not going for double because they wanted to attribute to the highlight reel. So thanks for contributing to the highlight reel. Exeggutor Big Busted. You heard it here first. Groudon, Zard, Gastrodon. Sounds like a job for Calyrex Kyogre. Let's see. What do we want to do here? We have to really respect heat waves. Like the big Zard energy is very hard to deal with. So in this situation, there's nothing wrong with Zap. I think Zap and Sin is really good because it just says, hey, I see what you're doing, and fake out terrain, fake out max lightning. You know what I mean? Like I think that's probably just, there's nothing really wrong with that. The problem with that is we can't set our Trick Room, but we don't really need to set Trick Room that early in this matchup. Eggy was super nice in the last one, but I think Eggy's going to be a lot harder to use versus like Zard. That Gastrodon probably also has Ice Beam. We know we need the Cali. The question I'm here is, do we want Kyogre? And I think we want Eggy. Kyogre sucks. Eggy's our second restricted. Friendship with Kyogre is over. Exeggutor is my new best friend. Let's go. I mean, if they bring the Gastro and we're Eggying them, that's like a net win for us. Grass Knot does a lot still, even versus Gastrodon, who's not that heavy, but it does a ton versus things like Groudon. Like a lot. Like, it does a lot. So there's the big AoE board, right? And the thing is, like, Zap speed ties with their Zard. So that's the kind of board we're looking at here. We're looking at like the speed tie play, just to be able to get their Zard off the board. And then I don't even know what we want to do with this in Sin. Are you maxing your Groudon of like rock falling me and just going for like a Scarf Heat Wave? Like there's nothing really wrong with that. We don't want to bring in the Eggy, do we? Always. We're bringing Cali. We don't want to go. I think there's nothing wrong with just going for Fake Out into that slot, into this Groudon slot, and getting an Airstream boost. Sorry, not getting an Airstream boost. Like I'm just killing the freaking Zard because Zard's the problem. We have to win a speed tie. So we're going first, which means we either won the Dynamax speed tie or they're just Heat Wave Zard, like Scarf Heat Wave Zard. And if they max the Groudon and we're throwing a freaking Fake Out in that slot, that is not good. That's the exact opposite of good. It means we would have been better off going for like Max Lightning Parting Shot. You're maxing something. If you're maxing the Zard, like you really want that dot, and there's nothing wrong with wanting it. But like I want you to not have that, so I want it to go away. Maxing the Groudon, so this is a net loss for us probably. This is most likely going to be a loss for us. We're going to lose our Zap, take a ton of damage on our Sin, and we start Fake Out, but at least we don't lose the Zard, right? We can then send out Eggy and like pray to the gods, right? The gods of Pokemon. Yeah, there's a Scarf Zard. I'm for it, man. I'm for it. So Zard's down. They also hit both of them. See, we could just Fake Out of the Zard and like Airstream the Groudon and not die to a Rock Fall because he's at -1. That's the thing about like Dynamax that I don't like. It makes it really, really hard to scout for every possible combination when people just go herp derp, do something different. They're not even quaking. They're not even taking out the Zap. They're trying to take out the Incin, which I think that's like surprising how much damage that did. They got a Quake boost there. They're gonna send out their Zacian here. It has to be Eggy, right? Because, like, we need Calyrex to clean up that Groudon in the back. We need that. Eggy's also ass here because it can't sleep anything. Yeah, there's a Zacian. Okay. Yeah, let's go nuts. This is our only shot, is the, like, Trick Room Flare. We still want the Zacian off the board, obviously. Like, the thing I like about this whole situation is, like, I could have just went, like, an Airstream into the Groudon and pick up the Zard and won the game, you know? But whatever. Try the Trick Room. I know we're Trick Room Airstream right now, or sorry, Trick Room Flare right now, but it's still probably our best bet. If you want to ignore my Zap, I'm not in a terrible spot. If you want to also trade my Eggy for your Zacian, I'm still also not in a bad spot, because your Groudon, well, it has a +1 Spadef, it's at -1 attack, so we're okay. So let's see what happens here. This will definitely KO your Zacian. Hard switch. So, like, we're going to get Trick Room up. Okay. Shoot your shot, Chief. You do know that, like, this is a good thing for me. Don't ruin a good thing for me, my guy. And because it's sunny, our harvest is going to work so well. Yeah, I do not care. This won't KO. Oh, what? You're a crit. Yep. That was a crit, though. Oh, that shouldn't have KO'd. It shouldn't have KO'd. You were at -1, bro, and it's not stabbed. You're not Primal Groudon. Okay. At least the Zacian's off the board. So we don't want to Airstream. But, like, we have to. We have to get that Gastro off the board. Our plan is to go Airstream Gastro. And I guess we could actually, do we have to do those things? Yeah, we gotta trick him, obviously. But we can trick him that Gastro if we don't Airstream it. I'm gonna Max Guard. I think they're gonna go hard. No, that's bad. They're just gonna go after my freaking Cali. I'm gonna hope that they played bad for the first half of this game. I'm gonna hope that they continue to play bad and go after my Zap ready me to protect. Fuck. You have the sun. Yeah, that ain't it. That's just not the play. That is incorrect. It also procs my policy. So, yeah, go nuts. I want to see if they're yawning my Zap too. Yawn? Earth Power. Oh my god, they hate Calyrex. All my homies say Calyrex. Not enough, bro! Trick Room's up! You can crit me, you can target all the wrong mons all game, you can use wrong moves, you can do whatever the heck you want. I'm about to be freaking popping off out here. Alright, I will one-shot everything. I don't think the Earth Power is enough to save you. I think I'm going to Heat Wave and go for the Glacial Lance, because I'll catch the Zacian on the switch in too. If I had like a Roost here, I'd definitely use it. The way I'm looking at this is like, if you were to check the Zap, like by Ice Beam in that slot, stop me from like doing something weird, like I'd get a double K with this. And, yeah. Place your bets! Can you KO me? You're gonna, like, Scald Burn me? Like, Earth Power shouldn't KO my Cali. Shouldn't do it. I'm gonna barely be alive, bro. You have to, like, protect Groudon, I think. That's your only out. Like, protect Groudon and... Oh! That's game. Yeet! Delete! Repeat, where are you looking? Where are you looking? I'm surprised that Gastro didn't underspeed my Cali. It was supposed to, if they're made correctly. So we take those, and the game is now over. The game is now over as long as we hit... Actually, do we even need to do... I can just Lance the Zacian, can't I? I actually probably could just Lance the Zacian in the face. Single target +4! Yeah, I actually think like Thunderbolt plus Lance would just KO it. I'm going to do it. I just kind of want to know as well. Lance can do like 80%. Yeah, there's 3 turns on this TR, bro. It's like, this is happening. Don't even need to miss any moves. Like, I really think this is just enough to take it out. Big TR. Battle's canceled. They don't even want to know. You know, they're just adding to the highlight reel. You know what? You know the Pokemon that made this all happen? Straight up, realistically, it's Exeggutor. Exeggutor won us like every single game today. Exeggutor is so good. Exeggutor would have won this game a lot easier if we didn't get crit in the face So you know what? Shout outs to Exeggutor, guys. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, letting me know if you guys want to see more cool, popular community rentals. Like, I'm in a bunch of Discords. I'm on Twitter. I'm on social media. I see the rentals that get published. And I do not mind making videos for them if you guys want to see these and have me share them and show you guys how I like to play them. So let me know if you guys want to see more stuff like this, or if you want to see me just use like Rayquaza and Zekrom and all the other weird niche restricteds that no one else gives the time of day to. So let me know the answer to the question of the day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.